I'm Caroline from TimeBank. That's the exchange system where you swap time for time. Your skills, talents and abilities go into a pool and then you can draw on other people's. Now, I've been in my TimeBank for just over a year now, and before that I was with Green Dollars, and before that I was with a scheme in England. So I've got quite used to this idea now of how to think about what skills I can offer in TimeBank. But I might have started where you are now. I remember being in that very first presentation thinking, this is a great idea, but I was living out of a suitcase in my friend's spare room. What on earth could I offer? People started to expand my thinking. Someone said to me, have you had a child? Could you babysit? Oh yeah, I could do that. Yeah, I've had a child. Someone else said, well, can you cat sit? Yeah, I've had a cat. I can cat sit. And then someone said to me, could you husband sit? Could you tell me a bit more about that? Well, she said, my husband and I used to love to go out to the theatre together, but now he's got MS and Alzheimer's, and well, I have to stay home with him all the time. I'm really looking for someone who can come round, have a bit of conversation, and maybe play a game of chess. So that's what I started to do. And you know, we all enjoyed our evenings. And it was my first trade with a TimeBank system. That's how I started to think out the square. I would never have thought of putting a value on sitting in a comfortable chair playing chess with a nice gentleman for the evening. So we're going to look at how can you generate ideas for your TimeBank. Going to look at a couple of things that will help you do that. Now, the challenge is, of course, with TimeBank, you can't offer those skills that you're normally paid for. That's right. If you get employed and you have taxable income, those skills are out. That leaves everything else. Everything else. Oh, but there's another thing you should bear in mind. You've got to like to do it. That's the great thing about TimeBank. You can do what you like to do. So how are we going to come up with those ideas? Well, first of all, start looking at those things that you perhaps don't place a value on right now. Do you like going for a walk? Could you perhaps combine going for a walk with walking a dog? Or taking a friend for a walk? They might not be your friend now, but they soon will be. These are the kinds of things that you can start to think about. Gardening. Do you love gardening? I know I don't. Perhaps I'd like to meet you. Then, once you've got your big list of things that to the moment you haven't been valuing, you can put your list up on Community Weaver or go along to a social gathering organised in your area and just start talking to people. Now, the next way that you can think about generating ideas is, once again, go to Community Weaver or go along to social gatherings and ask what people want. There may be things there you've never thought about doing. For instance, have you got a ladder that you can lend somebody? Can you read to someone who's losing their sight? These are things that may be being requested, and it's not till you see them that you think, hey, that's something I can do. So now we've got these two ways we can generate ideas, and you can start putting those skills up. Now, what are you going to get out of doing your TimeBank offers? Well, once you're trading, you can start earning those TimeBank hours. And then you can have people who do what they like to do come and do it for you. You might be wanting a lovely birthday cake. You might be wanting some crafts that people make, some woodwork, all sorts of things. That's the value of TimeBank. And you'll be making a strong community that supports each other, swapping time for time, doing what you like to do. There's two ways then that you can think of generating ideas for TimeBank. The first is look at all those things you're currently not charging money for and make a list. See the ones which you like to do, put them up there. Second way, ask or have a look on Community Weaver for those things that people are requesting and see if there's anything you didn't think of. And finally, get going. Get those trades happening on TimeBank. Become an active member of TimeBank and really support yourself and your community. Get your thinking cap on. Get started today with your time bank trading.